you guys? Glide here with some more Black Desert mobile content, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the class Solaris with you guys, her PvE and PvP aspects. So without wasting any more time, man, let's get right into the video and show you guys how to use this class. So just to get it out the way real quick, I'm going to be talking about her PvE skills that you should be using. So what I have for you here, first is her Secession skill, Hellfrost. Next up, you'll want to be using Cleansing Flame. Next, Lava Surge. Next skill, Dragon's Maw. The next skill, Dragon's Rage. The next skill you also want to use is Lava Explosion, Primal Wrath, Infernal Purge, and that's really all you need for this class's PvE. Not really too much else to say about that. So let's show you guys her KPM, kills per minute, and we'll move forward from there. So as you guys just saw, can't make this up, 162 kills with this class per minute that you can expect anywhere from that to 152, maybe 172 if you're lucky. But that is the expectation with KPM with this class. Honestly, that's pretty disappointing. I thought it would be more than that, like a lot more. But even Eclipse has a better KPM, and even classes like Raven have a better KPM, surprisingly, than Solaris. So if you're thinking about choosing this class for PvE, you might want to think again, unless you just really like the class that much. But yeah, you guys, let's talk about her PvP kits for Field and Arena. So for Solaris's PvP Field kit, for her Secession skill, I've been using Hellfrost. She also does have Frigid Talons as an option for you, and to be honest, this is a very good skill. It gives her some much needed extra mobility that, to be honest, she does need. The skill also does have 3 charges, so this is also a very good option. The only reason though I've been using Hellfrost is simply because this adds another skill to her kit where she cannot be grabbed, and with the meta right now, with a bunch of people playing like grab classes like Guardian, GM, you know, all that Sura, this is a very great option to have and to be using while you're in the field. Otherwise, I would be using Frigid Talon, but it's totally up to you guys. But in my opinion, I do believe this is the better option right now. Next up, you guys, we got Cleansing Flame. This is a very good skill to be using in her PvP kit. She basically just spins around with her battle axe, dazing her opponent on the very first hit with this skill and knocking them back on the last hit with this skill. We also have some very nice enhancements. We have a burn, increase your AP for the next 10 seconds on hit with this skill, and recover HP effects upon hit with this skill as well. Also, we have Seret and Labrive inscriptions. Just choose whichever one works better for you. For the next skill I'll go over is Lava Surge. This is a very good skill, you guys. She basically creates this AoE field in front of herself. It doesn't go out like too far or anything, but if there is somebody like a few meters in front of you, you would definitely hit them with this skill. I also noticed when I use this class in Ramo, this skill in particular is very good for getting orbs when I can't close the gap or get close enough to hit them with one of my other skills. So yeah, you guys, very good option for a skill. She has a burn with this skill as well, and super armor and forward guard enhancement. Just choose whichever one works better for you, and owl and AHIB inscriptions. Let's talk about the next skill. For the next skill, you guys, it's going to be Thermal Rush. This skill is really a no-brainer. This is super armored in the field and arena, and when you spend 60 of your MP, you'll get some additional movement, extending this skill for a little longer. Like I was saying, this is a no-brainer to be using. This skill is great for engaging, disengaging, whatever instance you may be using it for. This is a very essential skill to be using in Solaris's kit. Come down here and turn on this flow. You also have an enhancement here, reduce MP costs. You'll want to get that as soon as possible, and increase your DP upon use of this skill for the next 10 seconds. Not really too much else to say about this one. Let's talk about the next skill. For the next skill I'll be talking about is going to be Primal Wrath. This is also kind of similar to Lava Surge with the AoE effect that I was talking about. This skill does essentially the same thing. This is just obviously a different skill with a different animation. And so, as you can see here, we have reduced cooldown effects, making this skill a 7-second cooldown. We have a bleed on this skill as well, which is very nice, and decrease your opponent's DP for the next 10 seconds when you hit them with this skill. We got Owl and Labrive inscriptions, you guys. Just choose whichever one works best for your build. For the next skill I'll be going over, you guys, this is going to be Infernal Purge. This, in my opinion, is one of Solaris's best skills. For one, this does a lot of damage. She cannot be grabbed while performing this skill. And this is also a movement skill, so this is very good for disengaging in fights and running away from your opponent. Even though I'm not gonna lie, it is a little easy to catch a Solaris, she can have a little finesse. But regardless of that, we have increased DP effects with this skill, and that is the only enhancement with this one, unfortunately. But we also do have Surret and Owl inscriptions. Just choose whichever one is better for your build, you guys. For her next skill is going to be Impale Her Grab. This is another no-brainer to be using. This is going to extend the damage you can do with your combos, and who doesn't want to pick up their opponent like this and just body slam them into the ground, right? We have reduced cooldown effects, making this skill a 12-second cooldown. We also have reduced crit chance for 5 seconds with this skill, and decrease the opponent's DP for the next 10 seconds. Not really too much else to say about this skill, you guys. Let's talk about the next one. This will be the last skill I talk about with this kit, and this skill is going to be Descent of the Flame. With this skill, you guys, Solaris cannot be grabbed. She has damage reduction and super armor with this skill. Basically, Solaris taps into like her inner dragon lady and takes on like a dragon form, letting her be able to fly in whatever direction she wants to go. And on top of that, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but Enix's Flame, which is part of her passive, is created when you use this skill. So that's why when you see Solaris's use this skill, they have like that fiery lava aura surrounding them or whatever. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like the ground is like breaking underneath them and shit. It's pretty cool. But what's also cool about this skill, when you hold it down, right, you'll actually teleport to your opponent like this. And when you do hit your opponent with the teleport, you actually decrease the cooldown of this skill by 2 seconds, right? So you can actually make this a 9-second cooldown skill instead of it being 11. But regardless of all that, we have increased the move speed by 12% for the next 10 seconds. Keep in mind, I don't have this fully leveled, so 15% will be the max. And reduce move speed of your opponent for 10 seconds, and another skill with a burn, you guys. Not really too much else to say. This is a very great skill to be using in her kit. Now let's talk about her passive. So with her passive, Unix's Flame, essentially what's going on here is when you use a skill 3 times or 3 different skills, Infernal Purge is actually the only skill in her kit that has 3 charges. So you can activate it just by using the full 3 charges of Infernal Purge. And the next skill that you use will be forward guarded for 1 second. And on top of that, we have some extra stuff down here that I don't necessarily understand, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I will let you guys read some of this off. There's a lot of things going on here in terms of damage, and I'm not sure if this is pertaining to the flame aura that is created around herself when her passive is activated, or what this is really pertaining to, this fixed damage and all this stuff here. But regardless of that, we have PvP damage taken minus 15%, damage to all monsters plus 15, and crit damage I believe also is increased by plus 15%, but this is not going to be applied in the arena, I'm guessing. And inertia control, basically this would just speed up the attacks of said skills like Cleansing Flame, Lava Surge, Dragon's Maw, Infernal Purge, Dragon's Rage, Primal Wrath. So yeah guys, that is it for this class's passive. Let's show you some combos and how to play her in the field. Alright you guys, so for this very first combo I got for you, what you'll start off doing is going in with Thermal Rush. After Thermal Rush, you'll use Cleansing Flame. After Cleansing Flame, use the full first charge of Lava Surge. And then after that, you'll use Hellfrost. After you land from Hellfrost, grab and go in with Infernal Purge. And yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like. It's kind of a lot to explain. And that will be the very first combo. So this is just a little tip for you guys when you use the skill Primal Wrath. As you can see here, when I use it, it comes out kind of slow, you know, but when you pair this up with Infernal Purge, right, use Infernal Purge first, and you see how much more faster that is, that skill activates and comes out. It's a lot faster than just doing that. So I highly recommend, when you do plan on using Primal Wrath, you combo Infernal Purge first before using Primal Wrath. That way it activates a lot faster. But yeah, just a quick tip. Another thing that you guys should know when you're using Hellfrost as the Secession skill, you don't want to hold this skill down unless you're just trying to activate it immediately. This is a skill that you want to tap, because when you see here, when I hold it down, I immediately just come right back down to the ground. And you want to remain in the air with this skill for as long as possible, in my opinion. So when you tap it, and then on your descent, just hold the skill again and it'll do the additional attack if you want it to. Or, you know, you don't have to do that. You can just come back down and go into any other skill. So that is another tip that you guys should know if you're going to be using this as the succession skill. But yeah, let's get into the second combo. So the second combo is essentially going to be somewhat the same as the first, but instead of going to knock down your opponent with Lava Surge, you'll be using Hellfrost instead to knock them down. So let me show you guys what that will look like for demonstration. And that will be the second combo. This third combo is going to be for those of you who want to use Frigid Talons as their succession skill. So let me show you what it would look like. If you're wondering what imprints you should be running on Solaris, truth be told, she is very MP reliant, so you are going to be needing a decent amount of MP regen imprints if you do want to keep skills up like Thermal Rush and to be able to use Hellfrost, the full like ability charge of it to be able to go up in the air, because if you do not have enough MP for those skills, I mean, Thermal Rush will be completely grayed out, like you just can't even use it. And then Hellfrost, you won't go up in the air, she'll just smash down on the ground. So yes, Solaris is a very MP reliant class, but I'll show you guys real quick the imprints that I am running. If you did watch my sewer video, these imprints haven't really changed aside from my helmet and my belt. I'm still trying to get a better imprint for my helmet, but this is what I got for now. I might even, I don't know, I've been debating between changing my boot imprint as well, but I think it's all right for now. But yeah, guys, those are the imprints I am running on Solaris. Well, guys, I hope this video was helpful. Solaris has been a lot of fun for me these past 2 weeks that I've been playing her. And to be honest, even though she is a little slow and there are a few things that draw her back, like classes that drain MP and things of that nature, she's still fun to me regardless of those things that kind of nick her right in the ass, you know? But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do leave a like and enjoy the clips. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.